Welcome to the channel. I'm Hayes. I talk movies all day. Sometimes I talk about games. So subscribe right now if you want to be entertained. And today it is Loki episode 5. And whoa, you know what? We need to get to this. We need to get to this. Last week, episode 4, we saw Mobius get pruned. Then we saw Loki get pruned. However, Loki woke up in a strange new world. So we know Loki's not dead. Does that also mean Mobius isn't dead? Perhaps we'll find out, but there's a lot going on. We got Sylvie confronting Renslayer. You know, here's the thing about that actually. So this is something that I kind of thought after I did the video last week. When they showed Sylvie as a child and they showed the TVA coming together as a child, and then she's asking later on what was her Nexus event, what was the thing that she did that was bad enough for them to, you know, take her away as a child. Here's what I think. I don't think there was a Nexus event, so to speak. I think the timekeepers or whoever's in charge of this whole thing knew that Sylvie would have the power to go into people's mind and unlock their memories and effectively expose people. So they wanted to get ahead of that and take her away. And of course, that didn't quite work because she escaped and then they've been chasing her ever since. But I don't think there was a Nexus event, not in her case. I think it was, and maybe not really in Loki's case either. I think they're just maybe trying to round up all the Lokis just because they are these mischievous scamps that do things that the timekeepers don't want them to be doing. So that's what that's about. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they knew that she would have that power, whether she had it as a child and didn't know, or whether she developed it later on, but the timekeepers knew that that power would come along at some point and they wanted to get ahead of it. So I don't think there was anything she did. It was just who she was. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll see. We'll see. This is like, you know what? Let's just press play and see what Loki episode 5 gotta say.
What is this place? Where are we? Who are you?
This is the void, that's Elias, and we're his lunch. Come on!
So I guess the Loki's gotta stay low-key to survive the void. Ba-dum-tsh.
I can help you if you trust me.
But can you trust her though? Because I reckon Renslayer knows a lot more than she's letting on. Or maybe she's telling the truth. Maybe she's in the dark, as much in the dark as everybody else.
Yes, but if you thought of using a temp pad.
Oh, the one thing that could easily get us out of here. Yes! They're all over the place, right, guys?
I killed Thor.
Ooh. Well, a different Thor, so, you know.
Wait! What about the Void spacecraft?
And once again, the day of Sage, thanks to Bubbles. Shaken. Oh, okay.
Miss Minutes, where are the files on this time craft?
Was that a Renslayer trick? Oh, definitely a Renslayer trick.
You're going on the run, are you?
Ooh. Pruned herself. So all the Lokis we know of are in this void now.
Well, if it lives, it dies.
Dies.
So I'm gonna kill the shark.
Looks like you're on your own, Loki. More Lokis.
Hello. Which one of us are you?
Oh, mate. How many Lokis are there? I guess there's probably billions at this point. So is Sylvie the only female Loki variant? That can't be true. I mean, it can be, but probably isn't, is what I mean to say. But I think as far as this goes, it seems the female variants of Loki are extremely rare. So possibly the only one. And if not, not many. That's how it seems anyway. Oh, is that Mobius?
You!
By the way, you should be careful just jumping into a stranger's car like that.
Go on, Mobius.
My army, my throne.
About that.
Oh. So it's just tricking each other. The most important battles we have are the battles with ourselves. Well, I guess that's what's happening here. So what was going on? TVA had time to prune a whole ship. I guess the TVA got multiple departments or something, I don't know.
Oh my god, that was your plan. I was having my doubts.
Can you enchant a giant clown monster? They might have needed their own loss if that's the case.
Not protecting the TVA at all.
She needs it. Ooh. Bad gal B15. Loki trying to get lucky. Loki's changed.
And it's gonna take me to whoever's behind all of this.
Or is it? Oh, can Sylvie enchant the big beast? Classic Loki. Looks like Whiffnell is not so selfish after all.
I don't know how.
You do, because we're the
Oh, he's surrounded. So where's Kid Loki? Oh. They do it? Was that it? Oh, that's how you ending it. That's how. Oh my days. This show. I guess there's no mid-credit scene this time. Try and gather my thoughts a little bit on this while the remainder of the credits are rolling. So I like the humor. Let me just say that first of all, I like the humor in this episode. The scene where all the Lokis turn against each other. They're just fighting. You had all the Lokis from however many galaxies there are. They're just like all betray each other over the kingship. That was pretty funny. It was just like that's the Loki thing to do. They all betray, like you had one Loki betraying his group, and then the group, that's what the soldiers of the other Loki betrayed him. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. It just fitted, and I like the fact that it just happened. You know, like that's something that's been going on in the void long before we even got there, and it just like put you right into it. It didn't like have a scene where they expect there's another faction, and it just is, this is it, and it just makes sense to me that they've been there a long time, so there's been a lot happening that we're not going to know about. So when we get there, it's like, oh yeah, they just happen to be in the middle of this, power struggle. So that was really cool. I still think Judge Renslayer knows a lot more than she's letting on. Maybe she doesn't know everything. I think it seems like there are some things that she's in the dark of. I heard some rumors or some theories that because apparently in the comics, Renslayer and Kang the Conqueror are very much linked, and the fear is that he's the one that's really behind it and she's trying to appease him or something like that. Possibly. I mean, it doesn't seem to be pointing in that direction right now. We still got, I think, 1, maybe 2 more episodes to go. Then again, that could be the big surprise, right? But right now, it seems like she doesn't necessarily know everything, but I think she knows more than what she's letting on. Bad Girl B-15, that's it. It's not B-15 anymore, it's Bad Girl B-15. When she was sitting in the prison, it's like, why am I here? Bad Girl B-15. I know some people were upset or didn't like the fact that it didn't show what her memory was. I thought that was a good move, to be honest, because it does kind of allow you to wonder a little bit. But my guess right now is that whatever she was kicking ass. Like the way she was like sitting, that's warrior. That, you know what I mean? That's like how samurai sit. Whatever she was doing, she was slaughtering people. She was doing some badness. You know what I mean? She was doing some badness. Maybe for a good cause, maybe for a bad cause. I don't know. That's my guess. She was she was like some kind of warrior, some kind of soldier, and that's what made her happy. But now it's like, okay, they enchanted the smoke monster, the beast, Goliath. What happens next? Is this the man behind the curtain, or that is that what it is? Is that what we're going to finally see in the next week's episode? Who's behind it all, or is this just another curtain? Because it does seem like there's multiple layers. And Mobius going back to the TVA, what does that mean? What does he do? I still think the Nexus event, Sylvie's original Nexus event, wasn't anything she did. I think it's just about who she was. Perhaps we'll find that out next week. All I know is, let's see what IGN say about this episode. Let me just leave it there. But that's what I think of Loki episode 5. What did you think of Loki episode 5? Let me know down below. And while you're there, be sure to like, subscribe, and drop a suggestion if you don't mind.